Clayton said he didn't have his best stuff tonight, but he said he fought through it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, his slider wasn't working as much as good as we wanted to be working, but he had his curveball and his fastball working. So, a good thing about this outing is the fact that he kept us in the game, and he battled. Battled no matter what situation he had. He got the big outs. He got the outs he needed.
Can you talk a little bit about the work of the pen? I think they're the only one.
Yeah, the pen was great. I mean, I feel like Penn have been doing a great job this whole year, so there's no reason for them to not do what they've been doing. So they came in, they shut down the house, and that's what we need from them.
You had several mound visits during one of those innings. Clayton says because you all were working on changing the signs and things like that.
Yeah, we have about 4 or 5 different sets of sound that we work with. At times we don't need to talk about them. We just we know how to work them. So we just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. It's a postseason. You don't want to throw cross up anybody. So we were making sure that we were on the right page, in the same page as to what signs we were going to give, and it's better to be 100% right than 90%. So especially for me.
You got the ball up pretty quickly on that caught steal, and I know you're always vigilant back there. Was anybody surprised to see him go?
I was a little bit surprised, knowing the fact that he's got somewhat of a glute problem. But time and point in situation, 1 out, they need somebody at second. See somebody else can get a base hit. You got to think about how the game is playing in the situation, and the scoreboard is always telling you what different things that can happen. So it did caught me by surprise, but I wouldn't expect anything else.
Dave was saying in there that the fact that you guys were able to get a win on a day when Kirsch wasn't at his best, that it almost feels like you guys kind of stole one in some way. Does a win like this, could it be a bit of a confidence boost?
Well, it's a good team win. We had a good plan. Felt like we executed the plan, but besides that, we're going to have days where our starters are just not there 100%, and the offense and the defense need to kick up, and the bullpen needs to come in and do his job. So I feel like that's what we did today. We got a good team win, and turn the page.
At what point during the last work at that did you start thinking to yourself, the slider might finish?
It wasn't one of those things where you're thinking, slider might finish him. It's one of those things where, if I'm going to get beat, I'm probably going to get beat with my best pitch. If he wants to hit it out, go ahead. Kenley's throwing 98, so I'll take my shots there. But, at the same time, what you can throw, what you can't throw. And, it seemed like he started getting on that fastball. Going to the slider was a pretty good idea, just to get his timing off and hopefully, either go back to the slider or back to the fastball. So now, as soon as you show the slider, even if he doesn't swing at it, it opens up a whole new set of signs that you can give. You can go back to it, you can go back to the fastball, you can do anything you want from there on. So
He said you were 1 pitch ahead of him. You had actually asked for the slider, the pitch before that.
Right.
Yeah. After throwing, and then Worth fouled that pitch straight back.
Right.
And then he was convinced.
Yeah, obviously Worth is a veteran guy. He knows what his strengths are. He knows what his weakness is. So, Kenley kept making good pitches. He kept fouling them off, and that's what veteran guys do. They just foul pitches in there. They get their pitch, and then they go to town on it. So we were just lucky enough to be a really good pitch where he swung and missed, and we got him out.
What's the risk of that pitch? I know you're asking him to bury it. You're not asking him to strike him out with that. Let's throw a strike, God forbid. But what's that he just overthrows it and hangs it?
Yeah, there's a lot of situations, a lot of scenarios where you hang a slider to him, and he's got those big long arms where he can take you deep and all of a sudden tie the game. So if you make a pitch, you're gonna get him out, if you don't, you're probably going to be tied up. So, and that's one of the things we don't want. We don't want to go to extra innings. We don't want to be using more pitches than we need to. So, you know, like I said, lucky for us, he made a good pitch and he was able to get him out.